or is it just like?
So interviews aren't timed, except for the overall thing, right? So you can take as long as you want to for any answer you want to. You will get 10 minutes for your total interview on the real day of it. We're just doing 3 minutes right now just for you guys, so we can like do several rotations to everybody faster, and just for you guys to get used to being in a hot seat. So I'll be the head judge to ask, a question or just the delegate around. But you guys are all judges right now except for Lan, who is the delegate. Okay, and I'll time it to about 3 minutes, just so that you'll know. On the day of the actual event, Crystal will be in a room with me, and she'll basically essentially just do this so that everyone knows like how much time is left. In fact, I'll just do that too, so everyone will see it as well too. All right, let me just go ahead and switch over to timer. So I'm gonna be doing something like this, okay? And you guys can all see it. This is exactly what Crystal's gonna be doing, so you guys can see. Yeah, answer your questions as best you can, and then we'll do a quick chat review on it, okay? You ready, Lan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are, okay. All right, let's get started. All right, Lan, so welcome. The first question I'm gonna ask you is tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Yeah, of course. So a little bit about myself. My name is Lan Ho. I am a Vietnamese American, and I am proud to represent the city of Chicago. I was born in Oakland, California, but raised in the Midwest, where I spent a lot of my years in higher education. I would say my biggest mission in life is to help others really identify their true self. It's something that I've struggled with, growing up and still till this day. I feel like I'm always progressively trying to better myself and my self-improvement. And the most important thing that I would take away from that is that I've spent 10 years of my life in higher education, getting my bachelor's to my master's and my doctorates in pharmacy. And I think more than anything, I've realized I've spent a majority of my life trying to integrate into a system that really suppressed what I really wanted to do and who I really wanted to become. So now the exciting part is that I've spent the last couple of years really focusing on myself, and I am in the process of launching 2 businesses. One is a Vietnamese coffee shop that embodies everything about the Vietnamese culture, and I make sure that Vietnamese people benefit from this transaction from beginning to end, and we source everything directly from Vietnam. And my second company, Yip, which means to help to serve in Vietnamese, and it's really my love for this sustainability and nature's beauties in community. So I implement the pharmaceutical and beauty industry together, and I formulated tablet-sized toiletries that really help the environment and everything that we used in our daily lives. So those are 2 things that I'm super excited about right now, and that is a little bit about myself.
Thank you so much. Judge Yi?
When you say tablet-sized toiletry, what do you mean by that? Can you explain a bit more about that for me? Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really innovative. So it's something that's really unfamiliar to a lot of people. So what I've done is, if you look at your normal toiletries and personal care products that you see every day, you notice that water is the main component in a lot of those formulations. So what I've done is eliminated excess ingredients, particularly water, and I formulated these active ingredients into a tablet size formulation. So when you think about it, our first product is a hand soap. So I eliminated the water aspect, and I have all of the ingredients that are consistent in a tablet size, the emollients and the surfactants and everything that makes it effective and soothing and cleansing. And so you just activate it by using the water that's already in your home, and then you use that in essence to essentially use as a toiletry product.
Good job. And you pretty much hit it right part. So,
I could have kept going.
You're so awesome.
So yeah, you will be cut off if the time goes over. So it's a good idea. That was a good job. So keep an eye on the time, and if you see you running down to like 10 seconds or so, then you wrap it up. So the real day, like I said, you have 10 minutes, but today we're only doing 3, so we can go through everybody. Quick feedback for Lan, anybody?
I thought you nailed it. You did really good.
Yeah, great. Anything else from anyone else?
I have a question about this portion. So would you recommend that we provide more time to answer questions, or would you recommend that we try to what am I trying to say? I guess fill up the time with our tell us about yourself and maybe 1 or 2 questions with
So both,
long
essentially both. So if they open up with a tell us a bit about yourself, remember, tell us a bit about yourself can be in any form. It doesn't have to be exactly tell us a bit about yourself. If you ask, so why are you competing in this pageant? That's essentially a tell me about yourself question, right? Or so if you could be, again, that question was still the funniest one I ever heard, and still stuck in my mind. If you could be any noodle in the world, what would you be? And you're like, well, let me tell you a bit about myself and tell you why I think a certain type of noodle is why I want to be this noodle. And you know, for Lan, you could say, I would love to be vermicelli or pho because I love my Vietnamese culture, and it goes great with coffee. Whatever, right? Mix some shit up at that point, and then tie it back to your story again. Okay. But my advice is your strategy should be use your first 2 to 3 minutes, because you have 10 minutes, so there's quite a bit of time there to really establish your foundational story. You see what Yi did as soon as it was her turn? She asked her more about her answer. And that was perfect because Lan had essentially set up the premise for them to ask more about herself, which she's an expert on. Instead of going, okay, well, what was the last book you read? That's a lot more boring than, tell me more about this tablet you just talked to us about. So you get one chance in the beginning to set up the tone and the theme of the entire interview. So don't fuck that one up. Don't waste it. Like, use that to your advantage, and like exactly how Lan did. And if you do that correctly, then the questions that follow will be asked where you're the expert on them, because they're going to be about you and your story. Okay. The judges will have 10 questions that they can pick and choose from. From what I've seen, they only do that. They almost rarely ever look at those questions, but they only do that when they're not interested in the interview anymore. They're like, okay, well, so tell us about one of your strengths and weaknesses. That's a bad question, unless there's something that really triggered it. But that's almost that's such a generic question that means they weren't able to latch on to your story and your foundation. Okay. All right. So, any other feedback for Lan?
Yeah, I had just like one comment. Of course, she like killed it. I don't know what she's talking about. Doesn't have interview prep ready, but I would say your eye contact. Sometimes you'd like look away or like look over, and it could be a little bit distracting. I know you're like thinking, and it's like it's just natural to do that, but just like more eye contact, because like what you're saying is so interesting and wants to seem like you're interested in like telling us about it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's been a daily challenge or a weekly challenge of mine and everything that we do, but thanks.
Me too. It's like, I don't want to look at the camera. Just look anywhere else.
I think it's also hard because when we see the pictures of the judges, you are making eye contact with the judges as well, but because it's on a virtual platform, it looks like you're not looking at them because you're not looking at the camera too.
Right.
Because I had one of those comments, I was looking at the people on the screen and someone had messaged me saying, you know, it's really distracting with you not looking at us. And I'm like, well, actually, I am looking at you.
Right.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, try your best if you can to look at the camera, but if you need to look at judge, that's okay too, right? You know, yeah, at least I'm logging on here as me now, so I can actually just hold my camera up there easier than trying to. Give me a second here. Okay, now I'm gonna turn off. There. All right, cool. Does this work? Let me see. Oh shoot, I gotta turn my camera on. Hold on a second. All right, let's see if this works.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's 2 of you.
There's 2 of me, right? Okay, that works. All right, good. Let's get this down here. It's easier for me to do. Yes, much easier. Okay, excellent. Okay, so now there's 2 of me. So don't mind him, just focus on me. All right, so Yi, you're up next, okay?
Okay.
3 minutes. We'll get this one started, and let's go. Yi, tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Hello, my name is E. I'm 24 years old, and I was born in Vietnam and moved to the United States when I was 10 years old. And I have a really big family. I have 2 brothers and 2 little sisters. And growing up, my parents were always at work. And I ended up taking care of my siblings when they're younger. And I remember this one incident where my little brother, he's 5 months old, and he got this really big fever, and he was crying in the middle of the night. And our family woke up in the middle of the night. We don't know what to do, and it was very scary. And my dad ended up driving my brothers and my mom and me to the hospital, which is 2 hours away, and it's very far. And that experience made me feel, I felt so hopeless that I couldn't do anything as a sister. And that's when I want to become a physician assistant. So I want to make sure that my family are healthy and that I can do something about it when my parents or my siblings are sick. So yeah, I want to become a physician assistant in the future. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Judge Tara.
So you say you want to become a physician assistant. What are you doing towards that goal?
I am currently working as a medical assistant at a dermatology surgery center, and I've been volunteering, getting more experience, and I applied to PA school already, and I'm just waiting for them to give me an interview and hopefully start the school year next year.
Judge Diamond.
If you didn't get into the interview this year, what would you do to continue striving towards physician assistant?
I think I would continue to volunteer, get more experience, and reapply next year because this is something that I really want to do, that I won't give up even though I don't get in this year, and continue to keep on working towards my dream.
Judge Lan.
If you were to win the crown, how would you incorporate this into what you are trying to do as a physician assistant?
I want to inspire young girls to not to give up and to follow their dreams. Like sometimes being pre-med or pre-PA, it can be a very tough road. Like there's a lot of obstacles in life, and I want them to not give up and just continue following their dreams.
It's on time. All right. Overall, good job. Tell us feedback from anyone, please.
My feedback would say, I think the thing that I noticed most is that like when you start, it's not a lot of energy. And I know like you go into this pretty lengthy detailed story about how you want to, how you came about wanting to be a physician assistant. But I feel like if you're going to tell the story, you should like be really into it. Otherwise you may lose the attention span, the attention of some of the judges. So I would just like make sure that when you do start, you captivate them in the beginning and draw them into the story because I think it was probably like 1 minute and 15 seconds before you said that because of all of that happened, you wanted to become a physician assistant. So trying to capture their attention for that first minute and whatever is going to be really important. So I think just upping the energy level will help.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Mine actually had to do with content. So you were talking about your story, and I found a little gap where I was like, I think I know how this connects, but I'm not too sure. So when you said like your parents worked, so you like had to take care of your siblings, you didn't really tie that in to why it affected you so much when your brother got sick, but I'm guessing it's because you spent so much time taking care of them. So if you say something like because our bond was so strong or something like that to show why you cared so much, what pushed you instead of like leaving that place for them to try to figure out.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to echo the energy. Your pacing was like pretty good, but I felt like you could even take like a breath or like pause or just like acknowledge the ends of your sentences, you know, because it all kind of seemed to like string together, if that makes sense. And because honestly judges and like people in general have such short attention spans, you know. You want to be like really impactful with everything you're saying, and like echoing the energy thing, and like it's such a like moving story, like move the judges, you know, like show how much this means to you and like how much it like impacted your whole life to like go on this path, you know. So just like being very impactful with every sentence and like using your energy and emotion to show that will really come across as more like into their hearts, you know.
Okay.
Anyone else? No? Right. Great job. And for me, everything everyone said, but keep an eye on the time. There's a reason why I'm going to show you time. So if you see that thing counting down, wrap it up. I know it's hard sometimes to focus on the judge, but you need to always have one eye on this thing. Okay? Because the last thing you want is to be cut off in mid-sentence, and just not a good way to end. Okay?
Do you get docked points for that, or is it just
you won't get docked points? But this is just say that if everyone, or at least many of the delegates ahead of you or after you, were able to like finish strongly, and you were like, it's not a good impression. Okay? So a lot of it's psychological, not necessarily just by numerical, but they're like, wow, she didn't wrap it up when she obviously had an eye on the time with anyone else did, right? There's a reason why we're doing this. Okay, so you guys can avoid that awkwardness, but it's up to you guys to keep an eye on it too. Okay, let's go with Megan. Ready? All right, you're the delegate. Megan, tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Lowe, and I'm an East Bay area native from El Cerrito. Ever since I was young, I've always been interested in art and science. I love creating things with my hands, from friendship bracelets to sewing tote bags. And I've also been fascinated by things, how they work, both biologically and mechanically. And this stemmed my interest in design, engineering, and medicine. And when I went to college, I was torn between choosing a career path. And after talking to friends, mentors, and family, I eventually chose to study mechanical engineering at UC Davis, and I minored in biomedical engineering with the goal of working in the medical device field. And after I graduated, I landed a job as a research and development engineer who works at a medical device startup in Santa Rosa, where I actually get to work on designing a medical device implant that goes into the heart to treat blood regurgitation. Now I'm happily working my ideal dream career, all while trying to refine some hobbies, since I had to drop some of them in college due to lack of time. And I'm always looking to gain new skills, both professionally and personally. So personally, I've been trying to gain or get back into like clay earring making and pottery. And I've also been trying to improve my baking skills. My desire of trying new things also played a part in me joining the Miss Asian Global pageant. So I did one pageant for like about 5 years ago, and I had an amazing time meeting all the amazing girls and going to events. So the thought of participating in another pageant has always been in the back of my mind throughout college. And I've always been inspired by all the talented, compassionate, and smart young women involved. And I believe MAG does an amazing job at representing inner and outer beauty. And the girls can look beautiful on the outside, but also really beautiful on the inside as well. And I'm really grateful to be here.
Thank you. Judge Stella.
So what would you say was your main passion growing up? What was the one hobby that you focused on in your childhood?
I think in my childhood, I really focused on art. Every year, I kind of got into a different art hobby, such as like friendship bracelet making, as well as weaving, sewing, crocheting. Like I did a bunch of things every single year, and I really want to explore the different options of art.
Judge Yi.
What is the best pottery that you made? or your best work, since you say you did some clay and pottery?
Yeah, so I recently got into it after graduating, and the best thing I made was a little plate. It was kind of hard, but after a while I got it, and it was really nice with the colors.
Good job. Finished just on time. Nice. So, feedback, please.
I was having a hard time following your tell me about yourself a little bit. I felt like in this interview, it's a really good time for you to expand more upon your message. I think the beginning, you were really doing that with the engineering, and as a female, you're representing that industry. But because you have a bit more free time, and it's not like you've got to tell me your story in 40 seconds, how the rest of it is, I would have liked to hear more about that side of you during this interview. And I think that it would be a great time for the judges to have more background information on what you stand for.
So like kind of going with my mission a little bit, or my platform?
A little bit, but you don't have to, since we have more time in here, you could be a bit more free with it, a little bit more relaxed, just share a little bit more of a story. I loved hearing about your art, but then I felt like all the questions were about art, and then as a judge, I really only remember you now as the artsy one, rather than you're really strong about women joining sciences and engineering and math. Like, we know that.
Okay, thanks.
When you were talking, I heard a lot of emotional like cues and words, but not in like your facial expression or your tone. So I can understand that you were very passionate about it, but I didn't see it. And I have a really, really bad habit of zoning out. So it could be totally on me. But after a while, I kind of lost interest no matter how hard I tried to focus, just because I felt like it was pretty like you were listing things rather than you were like telling us a story. And so that's why my question was so random and thrown off, so I'm really sorry for that. But yeah, as she said, like then it just comes into this thing where you're like known as the artsy one instead of your passion. But yeah, so just if you made it a little more engaging with the tone of your voice, it would help.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say you have a great smile, and the great thing about when you talk is that you smile a lot, which is good. And some people have trouble smiling when they talk, so that's not an issue with you. But I will say, I really did feel, and either you were doing it or not, I really felt like you were reading from a script, and I don't know, I just like didn't get any variation in your facial expression or your tone or your energy levels. It was very like one line, like very one dimensional. And I'm not saying that one dimensional is bad. I'm just saying if you mixed it up a little bit, I think it could be really, people really gravitate towards your story. But I love that you like smile throughout the whole thing, because I think it's super inviting. But I would like mix up the dimensions and, give it a little bit more, be a little bit more dynamic, because it felt like you were, like just listing things and like reading from a script. So
Okay, thanks.
More feedback? So yeah, I also want to echo what Stella said. Some of the judges will zone out if they don't have a good attention span. And so you gotta hit the ground running with a really interesting story. Your story is really interesting, Megan. What we're gonna have to do is practice your acting a little bit more. So this interview is essentially also a big part of this entertaining. Like you coming in there and you're essentially gonna try to give a TED talk, or an Imagine talk, as we call it. And you're gonna have a stage to yourself, which essentially is with the judges, and you want to inspire them. So if you watch the TED Talks, the good ones, they're not just informative, they're also entertaining, they're engaging. I may not remember exactly what the person says, but I'm like captivated, engaged, enraptured, because the story is so cool and exciting, and I want to hear what happens next in the next seconds. So you have to be a great storyteller. They're going to remember probably more of how you say stuff than much of what you say. Okay? So delivery is key. You still have a good 2 weeks to just practice, and this is a great opportunity for you to practice that skill set for your future endeavors. But storytelling, so important, so key. If you notice all the speakers we brought in, like Dion, We brought in, who else did we bring? We got Crystal yesterday. No, yeah, yesterday. I forgot who we had the second time.
We had Dion, we had Crystal, and then the first two.
We only had Deanna and Crystal, right? Did we have anyone the first time?
Yeah, we didn't have anyone the first
Okay,
week.
that's right. I'm not, okay, good. I'm not like losing my mind now. All right, good. So you notice that all the speakers we brought in, they're not just great in terms of content, they're really good in terms of delivery too. The delivery, right? Like really engage them. But otherwise, great job. All right, let's go with Stella, all right? Okay, Stella, wow us with your story. No pressure. Okay, 3 minutes, let's go. Stella, tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Sheetal Rao, but I go by Stella. So my parents came here from India. They immigrated before I was born. And growing up, I learned that in my culture, mental illness wasn't really talked about. So soon I learned that I struggle with what I now know as anxiety, depression, and ADHD. And although my mom was there for me, it was really hard. I had to find different outlets to alleviate my stress. And one of those outlets that I found was, in fact, baking. Although the physical part of it, the chemistry, was really hard for me to conquer, it caused me lots of stress. The creative part of it made me feel so happy because I was able to express myself, and the sky was the limit. There were no rules. Soon I decided I had the idea of creating a bakery which combined my passion for psychology and my passion for baking. I decided that I wanted to have a bakery to destigmatize mental illness. This bakery is now called Bellaic Bakery, and I have it online, although I do want to manifest it into a physical one. It's aimed to give people resources and educate them about mental illnesses. Although Although I hope to have it as a physical one, it's still doing a lot as a online bakery. The reason that I entered this pageant is actually to manifest it. I heard about the connections and the family bonds you can create in this pageant. And so hopefully with this pageant's help, I can find some investors for my bakery. When I have it as a physical one, I hope to have someone on site, a psychologist, to help people that come there who are in need of desperate help. Teens are our future, and it's our job to nurture them into building a brighter community. And so I hope you can join me in my long journey to physically manifesting my bakery through this pageant. Thank you.
Thank you. Judge Lan.
Stella, would you say, who's the person you look up to the most?
I think the person that I look up to the most is my mom. Although she did not know much about anxiety, after hearing stories from her, she had a lot of anxiety and depression when my brother and I were born, and the way that she dealt with it is not by running away. She in fact started learning more about meditation. She asked anyone she knew how she could find a way to alleviate her anxiety, and even now she takes long walks, hikes, does 5Ks, and meditates throughout the year, which I find very inspiring. That she's doing all of this by herself to alleviate her anxiety, and she's thriving.
Thank you. Judge Tara.
What is your thing to bake?
My favorite thing to bake is actually box mix brownies because it takes me back to when my mom and I would make it as kids. Although I've come a long way, that still brings me a lot of hope and joy eating the brownie batter from the bowl.
Perfect. And we have no time left. Great job keeping an eye on the time. Feedback, please.
I can start.
Yep.
I loved how like you brought your personality into it, and you had a really good like content and a really good story. My feedback would be maybe like in your beginning, Expressively Me tried to like add more tones to it because you were kind of all like this one tone. I don't know why I'm being so picky about that, but it's just like, you know, like fluctuate with it, like, you know, get serious when it's talking about the serious parts, but then you're happy because you started a bakery, you know what I mean? Just like kind of fluctuate, add more like personality because it's like such a great story. And then yeah, that's all I can think of.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think adding on to what Tara was saying, maybe having little pauses in between sentences, because it seems like you would talk and then the sentence would end, but then you would immediately start another one. It kind of seemed to push all these sentences together into like this one long sentence, which was, Yeah, it was kind of just dragging a little on for me. But I think overall it was really good.
Thank you. Anyone else for feedback for Stella?
I was just gonna say, it did feel like it was a little reading from a script kind of vibe. And I could tell like when your eyes like, are you reading from a script? I don't know. I know this is just practice,
I
but
was actually like, I put my script away because like I know this, like I can do this, and then all of a sudden my brain's just like I completely forgot about what I was gonna say. So no,
okay.
it wasn't. But since my mind just works like that, I was kind of droning on and like dragging out whatever I knew I was supposed to say.
Okay, so maybe I'm like not seeing it right, but I just kind of assume that you were, because I kind of like got that vibe, and I could kind of tell you like scrolling and like looking down, like it was kind of like reading a script, you know. And I think if
Imagine
you,
me thinking too,
yeah,
but either way, like I looked away, so.
right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would echo what everyone else said. Like, just give it more like personality, like you're conversating, as opposed to like memorizing exactly what you had planned to say. I think that would be really effective and like really, actually talking to, you know, uh, the judges, as opposed to, just trying to run down exactly line for line exactly what you have in your head.
Yeah, I'd echo Lan's comments on that. If you're struggling to remember what you have written, it's going to show all over your face. Don't stress too much about that. If you can't remember what your next line is supposed to be, don't even worry about it. Just move on to the next key part that you know and that you're confident with, and then you will feel more comfortable, and then you'll get more passionate about it. So don't stress about if you didn't say, oh, I hope to inspire and educate people. Don't worry about saying those two keywords. Just move on. It's okay.
Thanks.
I will say, when I had my intro, and that's why I was a little bit nervous about doing this, because I had it all typed out and now I couldn't find it. So when Francis, when you said that we were doing interviews first, I was like, oh Lord, like I could not find where I put it. But I felt like when I had that all planned out for the initial interview, at the very, very beginning, when we had our interview with the committee, I was a wreck. Like, I was so nervous and I was so dependent on that script. Like, it was like, oh, I have to say this next and then this next and then this flow. But I felt like just now when I just had my little practice interview, it just felt so much more natural. Like, I genuinely just felt like I was talking at the top of my head and just, you know what I mean? As opposed to like thinking like what went next and I forgot to say that word. That word sounded really good. I should include that word in there. And like, I don't know. So I know we all want to tell like our stories for sure. I know I definitely do, and I'm going to practice with it, but it's just something about like just letting it flow. It's just like, whatever, just say it from the heart, because we all know it. You know what I'm saying? And just doing this right now was really helpful for me to just not be dependent.
You should practice in the shower. Just like pretend that you're in front of people and just say what you can remember. And if you fudge it up, then you have a chance to just be like, well, anyways, because you're like, you're having fun. And the shower is like your safe space.
My parents are going to be like, this pageant's getting to her head.
Like, who's in there with you? You're like, nobody. The judges? Okay, so any other feedback for Stella? No. All right, and let me echo what everyone said here. And yeah, so my advice is write out what you want to say for your tell me about yourself, memorize that, but do not let that be your master. You need to master that. Like, have it to the point where you can just say it off the top of your head, no problem. And then when the time comes, you can pick and choose which lines you want to say, which ones you want to say, eliminate it, completely block off certain parts, add certain parts in there. Because until you master your story, you're going to be struggling. It's going to actually be your master, and you're just like, oh my God, I didn't say this. I didn't say this. That's not what the interview is about. It's about knowing your story so well that you know how to pick and choose bits and parts of it, or the entire part, only half of it, or the end of it, that you basically have this as one big giant Lego piece now in your head that you can manipulate and customize on the fly. But that only happens once you've mastered your story. Remember, you master your story, not the other way around. Right now, you guys are still thinking, not all of you, but if you're like thinking about like, oh my God, what's my next line? That story is still your master, not the other way around. Okay? You master it.
I have a tip. Oh, sorry. I have a tip. Instead of writing like a script, like, yeah, that's really great to have it like all planned out. I kind of write like a flow chart of bullet points instead. So you just make sure you cover those topics that you want, but it comes more naturally.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. Like have it in your head. Like I have my story in my head, but I sure as hell don't give it word for word verbatim each time. For sure, I don't. But I also know which ones I want to bring up and which one I want to take out at any given moment too. Okay? Awesome. Great job. Diamond, you're next.
Oh, wonderful. Let me switch my screen over so I can see your timer.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Diamond, tell us a bit about yourself, please.
I would love to. My name is Diamond, and my tale is going to start from when I was 8 years old. My big sister, who is an esthetician, introduced me to skincare at this age. She was finishing her esthetician studies, and she used to come home and practice on me and paint on my face these different serums and face masks. She even waxed my cheeks, but I didn't know it at the time. This was actually the foundation for my passion in skincare. By the time I had turned 14, going into high school, I had a morning routine down, a nighttime routine down, and I was giving advice to my friends. I used skincare later on in life in college and when I moved to China as my way of easing my nerves. For example, when I moved to China to complete my master's studies, I didn't speak the language. I didn't know anyone, and all I ate was rice and cabbage because that was the only picture I could point at. So I was really stressed out, and I used to use skincare. I used to give myself a face mask as my way of easing my nerves. And then once I moved to Australia, I started to double down my efforts in launching my own skincare company because I wanted to create a company that really introduced products that were quality and affordable and also did the same thing that skincare has done for me throughout my life. It provided a healthy foundation or a healthy lifestyle for me, and it was a way for me to feel good, to look good, to bond with others, and a chance to educate and learn about others as well. So yeah, I'm Diamond and I love skincare and I hope to spread that joy to everyone else.
Thank you. Judge Tara.
What is your favorite part of your skincare routine?
I'm glad you asked me, Judge Tara. I actually love putting on an essence. So this is an extra step that a lot of people don't know about, but it provides a little bit of extra hydration. And actually the most fun part about it is when I apply it, I actually go like this. And I don't know why, but it's so fun. And it's actually really beneficial for hydration to our skin.
Thank you. Judge Yi.
What is one product you recommend for my skin or any girl?
Well, like I mentioned previously, an essence is a product that a lot of people don't know about. It is a hydrating product that you apply before your serums and before your moisturizer, and it basically just preps your skin to absorb all of the other yummy goodness that you have in your products.
Awesome, thank you. And then that is time pretty much. So good job. Feedback, please, for Diamond.
I love it. I think you're really comfortable. On screen, you showed a lot of, I don't know if this is the right word, but like animations where you like really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like just, you know, did a lot of examples and really like showcased your personality. But yeah, I think if you bring that to the judges table, I think they're going to be really intrigued and captivated with your energy and your spirit.
Awesome.
But you already know this. I tell you this all the time.
Any other feedback for Diamond?
I always enjoy like hearing you speak because whenever you talk, no matter what, like even if it's just a casual conversation, it's like you're telling a full ass story. Like we can hear it in your voice, we can see it in your face. And one comment that I had that was like nitpicking and probably just like really personal preference, but at the end when you were asked two questions and you had the same answer for both, you touched kind of like on the surface about the essence in the first one, but you said about the same thing in the second answer. So if you were going to talk about essence again rather than a different product, maybe like go a little more in depth with it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, because my question was like, what brand or like what product we recommend, like, you know, like what kind of essence, maybe you can like name a brand, like I really like this brand, you know, so not repeating what the same answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other feedback for Diamond?
No feedback. She nailed it. Like, come on.
So great.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And yeah, with Ye's thing, real quick, like if someone asks something and it's almost the same answer, you say, well, I still go with essence, but I can also I would say use this with essence if you really want to bring it to the next level, and then just add in another product in there and complement what you just said before, right? So anytime you get an opportunity, build on what your previous answer, especially if it's a repeat almost, then build upon it with more depth or a complementary product.
Yeah,
Right.
they're like asking for your like professional opinion because like based on your entire story, you have so much knowledge about this. So that's why like I agree with Francis that like maybe like bringing in a different product would help too.
Yeah, because if someone asks Stella, what's your favorite pastry, she said cakes, and someone says, well, what would you recommend us try? Like, well, I definitely want to try my cakes, but I also make great cupcakes. I also make great, just start showing your breadth of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the opportunity, right?
Got it.
Awesome. Tara, you're up.
I actually have to go, so bye guys, and good luck, Tara.
Thank you.
Hi, Stella.
Stella.
Bye.
Okay, ready, Tara? Okay. Tara, tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Tara Nash. I'm from the local SF Bay Area, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm half Chinese, half Irish American. And it all started when my mom moved here from Hong Kong. She immigrated here with her brothers and sisters to escape the turnover from China. And as soon as she got here, there was obviously a barrier of communication. And after she had me, she got really sick, unfortunately. And so getting proper health care as a patient who didn't speak English very fluently was very difficult for her. And watching her struggle with this really planted the seed in my heart to want to make a change in healthcare. And specifically, since I love science and I love learning about the human body, I wanted to become a doctor. So I currently just graduated from UC Berkeley with my bio degree and all my pre-med requirements. I'm studying for the MCAT and I am pursuing my medical degree. And while I was in Berkeley, I started joining a local Chinese community pageant called Miss Tsingtao. And at this pageant, I got to learn and connect more with my Hong Kong Chinese community. And it was really great because I got to hear more stories beyond my immediate family, hear more stories both in healthcare and just being in America in general. And it felt really good to learn more about the Asian community, which is why I'm here at Miss Asian Global, because I want to learn more about all Asian American struggles in both healthcare and just daily life. So as I pursue my medical degree, I am here to learn more about Asian Americans and hopefully be an advocate for healthcare and education in these immigrant communities.
Fantastic. Judge Lan.
What celebrity do you idolize?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know BTS. This shirt is actually for them. I love BTS not only because they're really catchy and a great K-pop band, but they do a lot of important work in advocating for Asians, the Asian voice in general, both Korean and just Asians in general, excuse me. So they've spoken at the UN about important issues for the Asian community, both in English and Korean, and just in general, since most of their music is Korean, yet they have fans all over the world. It shows that language can transcend barriers and just really not be a crucial point to being humans, because we all speak the same language of emotion and love. So that's why I love BTS.
Okay. Judge Megan.
What was your favorite memory from Miss Tsingtao?
My favorite memory was going to the Chinese dinners, because not only did I get to sing and meet new people of the Chinese community, I get to eat some yummy Chinese food. So that was my favorite.
Awesome and great time. Feedback for Tara, please.
Good job. I just wanted to, I threw that random question at you because that might happen and I wanted you to have practice with that, but I love how you answered it and how you kind of flipped the question into the good stuff that they do. And it really was able to show, you know, like your values and why that's important. So good job on flipping it.
Thank you.
Any more feedback for Tara? Then? All right. Overall, great job, Tara. Very animated, very engaging. Great story. I love how you opened up for your mom and how, you know, she came as an immigrant and all the challenges. So that sets a precedence for so many different questions, and you build on that. So good job. Okay, I'm going to move to Nana since she just joined us. Nana, are you there? Nana?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Any camera? There you are. Okay, cool. You're just in time for your interview with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 judges, because I can't count myself twice here. All right. So this is going to be a 3-minute interview, okay, Nana?
Yeah.
Awesome.
3 minutes?
3 minutes. I'm going to show the time right here, okay?
Is this same as what we did before the Q&As, or is it?
No, this is an interview.
Interview.
Yeah, this is for the interview. So pretend like these are the judges that are interviewing you on August 15th, which is literally just over 2 weeks from now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so we have to like really nail this stuff down. So this is the timer, and keep an eye on timer because when it hits 0, I will cut you off. Okay, so if you see it going down to 10, 9, 8, 7, you need to finish your answer.
Okay. Can we, because I'm new, I don't know, I didn't really go through all of these before.
That's okay. This is your time to go through it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. This is how you learn. This is how we teach you. We throw you in a pool in the deep end and say, "Come over here." Okay.
Okay. All
awesome.
right.
Okay, here goes. So I'll ask you the first question, and then we'll just go around to how much time we have left. All right. The first question is, Nana, tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh, hi. My name is Nana, and I live in San Leandro. I am a real estate agent. I've been in the real estate for about 6 years now. And the reason why I choose to become a realtor is because my father is also in real estate. He did commercial real estate. So back then I used to help him and with some of his projects. So that's why I decided to become a realtor as well. And yeah, I'm very happy to be here with all of you. This is a great opportunity for me to learn and grow and to improve myself. So thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Judge Diamond.
How would you like to grow from this pageant experience?
Oh, I would like to grow because along the way, I figure that there are many things that I need to improve with myself. I need to be more brave and speaking in front of the camera, speaking in front of all the audiences. And yeah, that's one of the things. And the other things is be good with my time management. You know, especially during this pandemic, how can I manage working and also making time to practice, to you know, be more involved and attached to the pageant.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Judge Tara.
What is something you like to do for fun?
Oh, I like to cook, hiking, exercise, reading. I also like to, one of my favorite things to do is to learn languages. I learned different languages, but not fluent in any of them, but I can speak some of them, like Tagalog, Spanish, Cantonese, English, and some Korean.
Yeah. Thank you. Judge Lan.
What is your platform and why is that important to you?
Oh, my platform is about bullying in schools because it is very important because I think as an adult, I was once being the victim of the bullying in schools when I was in middle school, and that really affect how I
All right,
see.
that's it. Sorry, time.
That's it? Okay.
That's it. Yep, you gotta keep
I wasn't really like keep tracking of the time, but
you gotta keep track of the times. This is what this part of training is for. You want to make sure you always keep an eye on your time. So let's get some feedback for Nana, please. Anyone?
Yeah, I got, oh, sorry. I would say that when you go into this interview, try to steer the topic into one thing that you know a lot about. It sounds like you're pretty passionate about realty and your platform, which is bullying. And I think your first tell me about yourself should steer the conversation that way. And that's just something to keep in mind instead of doing a little bit here, a little bit here. Here's something else about me.
okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Any more feedback for Nana?
I think you did a great job for your first time, especially because you like just joined and was like thrown into it. I would just say that, I mean, obviously we're casually practicing right now, but when you are talking, if there's a table, like don't put your like hand on your arm and just try and keep your like professional poise, because this is really all they can see about us. It's okay if your like legs are doing whatever, you know, but they just want to see you looking professional, and just it'll like add on to what you're saying. And yeah, maybe plan out, I mean, I don't know if you had anything planned out or yet, but just like a little draft of what you want to cover in your tell me about yourself, because that's like for sure what they're going to ask, you know, just like bullet points of things you want to cover.
Okay, thanks.
Anything from Glenn?
Yeah, my feedback would be you said a lot of what's, but not a lot of why's. And I think, Diamond, you said this too, but like, you know, when I think someone asked, like, what do you enjoy doing for fun? You said, you know, like cooking and like, it was just like what, you know, as opposed to like why. I think it would be more effective if you said, you know, I really enjoy cooking because that allows me to spend time with my family. That's something that we do all together, and it's, you know, good quality time. And, you know, my grandma taught me a lot of recipes. I don't know, like more like the why, so they get to know you as opposed to just like the what about you, you know.
Thank you. Anything else for Nana? No? Okay. So Nana, my advice is definitely, I'm recording this. So when I share this on the thread again with everyone on the 2020 thread, definitely watch some of the interviews that happened before you, so you can see how the storytellers are right now. I already told them, but I'll tell you here again about for emphasis is that this interview is a storytelling session. And this is your opportunity to tell your story in a really fun, engaging, fun way. So it's not so much them interviewing you and like, oh, you know, tell us about yourself. It's like, tell me your life story in a way that I care, that I actually want to hear the rest of it, that I actually give a hoot about asking you more about it after you finish telling me the first 2 minutes of introduction of it. So your job is to entertain the judges with good content, but more importantly, amazing delivery.
Okay.
Okay, so this is entertainment. I can't even emphasize that enough. Entertainment. I would say 70% entertainment, 30% content. Literally, that is what you guys are focusing on, okay? Okay, so if nothing else you work on in the next 2 weeks, record yourself. I would say that record yourself, watch yourself, and if you don't fall asleep, great. If you start falling asleep or someone else starts falling asleep, we need to up the energy level, okay? All right. Do you guys still want to do interviews or want to jump into something? Oh yeah, and you got, yes, Yaslan? You gotta jump off.
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt anyone,
No
but I
worries.
have to go.
No worries. Okay, you guys, all right, 1, 2, 3, you guys can, all right. So.
All right, thank you so much. Good job, everyone.
Good job, guys.
All right.
And I will see you
Good
guys
job, ladies.
next session. Bye.
All right, bye.
All right, so what do you guys want to work on? Do you guys want to work on Q&A? Do you guys want to keep on doing interview practices? or run through some platform and self-introductions?
I missed the platform and self-introduction, so I wouldn't mind going over that.
You missed it?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good that week, so I didn't attend.
Oh, got it. Okay, all right, sure. So I hope Megan and Nana, you guys have your self-introduction and your platform.
Yeah, we can work
No?
on it.
Yeah, okay, Nana, we're gonna have to get that platform together. We've been working on it right now too. Okay, so.
I had a question about this section. So I watched the video, and you said you have 10 seconds for your introduction and 45 seconds.
I'll say 10 to 15 seconds for introduction. You don't have to use all 15, but that's roughly what you're looking at.
Yeah. Well, my question is, if I don't use it all, can I use the extra time for my platform?
Nope.
Okay, so it's 45 seconds for the platform.
Yeah.
In just that. Okay. So I was confused because I kept hearing people say times like, 55 seconds or da-da-da. So I was thinking.
I think that was like total.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they don't, even though when you add them all up, they're like, roughly about a minute or so. But no, they don't roll over like cell phone plans. I wish they did. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys know the format, right, that I suggested for your self-introduction, right? Like, hello, my name is Francis Kong. I am a creator for Imagine Talks, and I am proud to represent the Chinese community of Alameda, California. So your name, something about yourself, and the community that you're representing in of what area, okay? So super simple introduction. Let's just go through introduction first and make sure we have that down first, okay? Let's go with Megan. Megan, oh wait, do I still need this guy here? Do we need timing?
It's driving me bonkers because your head's going like this because they're aligned on top of each other.
Should I talk like this then, or does this drive you crazy now?
Yeah, I know.
I'll just talk like this. Is this better? I just kind of like look. I'm just looking like this. Is that cool?
It's actually hilarious because for me, you are aligned directly on top of each other. So it is like me.
I'm cross-eyed. So this is my twin brother, Francis.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
And we're here to help you together, like a twin, my clone.
Francis squared.
Yes, Francis squared, which is, I wish I had a clone. Oh.
Nice.
All right. So do you guys want to see the time, or do you guys want to keep it in your head?
I like the time, especially if that's how it's going to be during the actual
I don't know if that's going to, I'll ask. Let me ask Crystal, does she want to do time for everything? If it is, let's go ahead and practice with it right now. I don't know if I can do, you know what, I'll try this. All right, let's try stopwatch. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so they shouldn't be that concerned with your self-intro, but let's go ahead and go for it. So 15 seconds is what we're shooting for self-intro, okay?
If it's shorter, that's not a bad thing, right?
Yeah. They're not going to, as long as you hit the, okay, like I said, the most important things are what? Name, one fact about yourself, community, and location. That's really about it. Those 4 things. Okay, you can do it in any kind of fashion you want to, but you should have those 4 things in there.
Should I just say diamond, female, Japanese, Australia?
Well, that'll be all of 4 seconds. Then sure, if you want. Don't be like, was that her intro? Is she done? Was she for real? All right. So keep an eye here. 15 seconds we're going for. Let's hear your self-intros. I'm gonna go with Megan, then Diamond, then Nana, okay? And don't worry, Nana, if you don't have all your stuff, we're gonna work on it today a little bit too, okay? All right, Megan, let's go with you. Self-intro, please.
大家好. Hello everyone. My name is Megan Lowe, and I'm a 22-year-old research and development engineer in the medical device industry. I'm proud to represent the Chinese American community of El Cerrito in the Bay Area.
Perfect.
Damn, girl.
Right.
Wow, 15
right
seconds.
Right on the dot. Nicely done. Okay, any feedback for her?
No, I love it. I heard the little stumble when you were like,
I know.
hello everyone. But that's not gonna happen.
Right.
It was perfect.
Exactly. And Diamond and Nana, you guys can that's just like what Megan did. You can open it up with a native greeting, right? And that's always fun because that shows like your ethnic background right off the bat. Awesome. Okay. All right, Diamond, you ready? Let's go to 15 seconds and go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Ripka. I am a world traveler, dog mama, and skincare enthusiast. I am proud to be representing the Japanese community of Australia.
Excellent. 13 seconds. Nicely done. Any feedback from Diamond?
Loved it. I love the little like high thing. That was cute.
Fantastic. All right, Nana, you're up. Ready? There you are. Okay, just super. You can literally make this up on the fly. This is so simple that you can just make this up. And then Diamond and Megan are gonna help you along the way. So 15 seconds and intro.
Wait, sorry, wait a second. So my name and then something about me and then.
So your name.
Where I'm from, right?
So I would say almost for you. My suggestion, you can write this out if you want to. Do you speak Mandarin or Cantonese? Do you want to open as Mandarin or Cantonese?
Either. Don't really.
Okay, let's say go for 大家好. My name is Nana Zhang. I am a real estate realtor, and I'm proud to represent the Chinese community of wherever you want to say that you're representing right now.
San Leandro.
San Leandro is perfect.
Okay.
Okay, San Leandro, California.
And
okay.
Big smile. Big smile.
A lot of energy. Acting, a lot of acting. Did you guys know that Nana is actually a singer?
Well, really?
She actually sang for, if I'm not mistaken, for a show in China.
Yeah, I was offered a contract to be a singer, but it's a long time ago.
Yep, so this is your chance to get back in showbiz. So you probably get discovered again with Miss Agent Global here. So lots of energy, entertainment. You're an entertainer at heart. So this is time for that to let that out, okay? All right, and ready and go.
Hi everyone, my name is Nana Zhang. I am a real estate agent here in Bay Area. I'm proud to present the Chinese community of San Leandro, California. Thank you.
Perfect, 15 seconds. And not present, represent.
Represent.
Represent. Yeah. Yep. Otherwise, great. Any feedback for Nana?
No, that was good. You just got to practice it so you can have it memorized.
Yep. Good job. Okay, let's do it one more time. Straight through. I want it nice and clear and clean. Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll move on to platform, okay? So, Megan, one more time, your platform. Clean and fast.
Platform or intro?
Sorry. My bad. Intro. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Megan, and go.
大家好. Hello everyone, my name is Megan Lowe, and I'm a 22-year-old research and development engineer in the medical device industry. I'm proud to represent the Chinese American community of El Cerrito in the Bay Area.
13 seconds, awesome. Good job. Diamond, you ready?
Yeah.
And go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Ripka. I am a world traveler, dog mama, and skincare enthusiast, and I am proud to be representing the Japanese community of Australia.
Fantastic. 12 seconds, 13 seconds. Perfect. All right, Nana, you ready? Nana?
Instructions?
What happened?
She said 1 sec.
Oh, 1 sec.
She said 1 sec.
Okay, we'll move on until she gets ready again. All right, so.
Can I get some clarity on this section? In 2 weeks, we are going to go into the interview room, and the interview is going to start with you introducing the judges, right? This so-and-so, da, 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 blah, 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 blah. And then what? You're going to say, all right, and begin, or all right, and go?
So what's going to happen is that in 2 weeks' time, you guys all gather on the Zoom link. I'm going to have you guys basically gathered in a breakout room, separate from the judges. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then one at a time, we're going to pull you guys out to meet the judges in a separate room. Okay, mm-hmm. And then as soon as you pop in that room, I don't even know we're actually going to introduce you guys to the judges, like formally introduced. Like, well, you just basically see them, because normally what happens is you just walk in in a real person interview, in-person interview. You walk in, you shake the hands of the judges, and then you just sit down. The judges don't even really introduce themselves because there's so much to cover in that moment. So, but you can obviously read about them afterwards, and they are all, let's just say, quite accomplished. And then we start. So as soon as you pop in the room, I'm like, "Hello, judges. This is Dam and Rivka. This is the judges. We're going to commence. Unless there's any questions, we'll commence the interview now." And then that's where you click the timer for 10 minutes, and you'll see, everyone will see it. And then the head judge, there'll be one head judge, and that head judge will be like, "Diamond, why are you here?" Or, "Diamond, tell us a bit about yourself." And
so when do we do this introduction and platform for 15?
That's the 20. That'll be 22nd.
Huh?
The 22nd. So you guys can meet the judges twice.
Okay. So the first time we meet is the interview.
Really, the reason why is because the interview is 10 minutes, so that's a long time. That's 190 minutes for them to go through without even the breaks in between.
Yeah. Okay. That. All right. I'm getting it now. So the first part is the interview. That's what we practiced before.
Yep.
Tell me about yourself. The second time we meet,
The next Saturday. So the first Saturday and the 15th, interview. Just interview. 10 minutes of interview. Boom, boom, boom. And then as soon as you're done, pull you out of the room. It's just like the staff interview when you guys are interviewing for the staff members, right? Exactly the same kind of setup, except this time it's the real thing with real judges this time. And then as soon as you're done, you thank them, they pull you out of the room, put you back in the waiting room, let the judges get maybe a minute or so, like basically a few seconds to like tabulate all our scores. And then like, "All right, Francis, we're ready." I'm like, "Perfect." I pull the next girl out of the waiting room, pop in the room. "Everyone, this is Megan Lowe. She is our next delegate. Girl Lowe, this is all the judges. Unless there are any questions, we commence judging now. 10 minutes sets." And then they start asking questions, right? Repeat. And then that happens throughout the entire day for all of you guys. So that's literally like almost 3 to 4 hours of work for the staff, just to make sure everything is like right. And then you get 1 week to kind of just rest and practice. And then on the Saturday, on the 22nd, same thing happens again, except this time when we pull you in. "Hello, my name is Diamond Rivka. I am a skincare enthusiast and a dog mama, and I am proud to represent the Japanese community of Melbourne, Australia. My platform is, or my mission is," fantastic, thank you so much. One of the judges will be, either one of the judges or even me, but the judges will be there. Either one of the judges or me will ask, pick a number between 1 and 25, or we'll have like a board for you to like, I pick number 25, Francis, and I'm like, "All right, number 25 is, your question is, and the judges are quiet and they just listen, and then you answer the question that you picked. Either I will ask or the judge will ask. We haven't decided that yet. And then the judges score, and they're like, "Thank you so much." And then I pluck you out of that room, and then let them have a few seconds to score, finalize everything, and then I pull Megan in. That same thing happens.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Okay. And this is exactly why I'm doing these 3 things for you guys: interview, Q&A, intro, and platform, because these are 3 things that are going to score outside of your videos.
So the next time we do a practice round, can we have it set up where you do the introduction, my platform statement, and then you ask a question right away?
You can do that right now. If you want. All right, so let's just set up.
Wait. I have to pee though first.
You want to take us in with you? Is that so much information here? Okay. So funny. Are you having fun, Megan?
I am. Wait, how is the coronation recording going to work? Is it like after the interview?
We're figuring that out as well too. So like, essentially what's going to happen is this is why we're also going to ask you guys to give us your best winning face, because we have to record that, and you guys are going to have to like, oh my God, like basically we're going to record all of you guys as if you won the crown or a crown, and then we will know already. Oh, Nana left. Yeah. And then we will know already. By the time the 20 seconds over, we'll know like basically who won. But we'll have to compile all that footage, but you guys won't know who won. No one's gonna know who won except like the core team members at that point. Who's basically putting all the footage together. And then the night of the pageant live stream on the 29th is when we basically showcase it. That's when the whole public, including you guys, find out who won the talent, who won the actual titles. And so we announced the top 5, right? Third princess, second princess, first princess, Miss Asian America, Miss Asian Global. And then based on whoever the winners are, we played the winning, oh my God, I won clip. Okay.
Right, but is that right after the judges interview?
What do you mean is that? When you say like recording, or do you mean the broadcast?
Yeah, the recording.
The recording, we're gonna do, you mean the recording of you guys winning faces? We're probably gonna get that. I'm still waiting for Crystal to tell me, but I can't remember whether we're doing that on the 22nd or 15th. That's gonna be we're gonna do that. No, that's the 15th. We're gonna do that before the interview. Because the last thing we want is for you guys to do that. Especially if someone bombs an interview, it's gonna be hard to give a winning face. So they're like, oh yeah, I won. What do we fucking do? So we basically are gonna have you guys all do the winning face for us to record that reaction, and then you guys go on an interview. So the last thing we want is for any kind of tainting of that reaction. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's gonna be on the 15th. So I think we're gonna let you guys know. We're probably gonna need you guys. What time is? Well, it's probably gonna be 1:30 p.m. So I don't know what time. 1:30 p.m. PST. So Diamond, I don't know what time that is for you. In your.
That's gonna be fucking early.
Yeah. I told him, well, like that's the one time we might have to ask you to like kind of break your REM cycle. It's just.
I mean that. Wait. Did you say that's the interview?
No. The interview is gonna start around 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. But we need to record you guys' reactions, your winning reactions prior to that, like as if you got the crown, because that's what we're playing the day of the actual live stream. So we need to have those reactions recorded. So once we figure out who the winner is after the 20-second score, then we sequence that into. So it'll say that in case Megan won Miss Asian America, that she won't know it until she watches the live stream. We have her reaction. So and the MC goes, and the winner of Miss Asian America is Megan Lowe, and then we cue the reaction of Megan going.
Wait, so what's at 1:30?
The recording of from you guys.
You realize that you're gonna pull me out of bed so early, and you want me to record myself going, man, I need to wear my glasses. I need to take my retainers out.
Yep, that is about right. I can ask to see if we can make a special occasion to maybe record you early, like in a day. Wow. I'll see if we can request that. I'll see if we can do that. But yeah, we want to Let me see
what time that is real quick.
Yeah, I'm curious, but we want recordings of you guys before the interview so that the interview experience doesn't taint your reaction.
Okay, so it's completely separate. It's not in the same.
I'm sorry, what?
It's completely separate.
What's completely separate?
Like you'll have a separate time for and then you have a separate time for the interview.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be separate, yeah.
So it's 6:30 a.m. on a Monday.
Ooh.
On a Monday. It's 6:30 a.m.
That's not too bad, right?
That's actually not too bad, but I am going to be looking gorgeous. So that means you have to give me at least an hour and a half beforehand to get ready. Plus a few extra minutes to actually wake up, plus a few extra minutes right in between while I finish getting ready.
Of course. Yes, we'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to work out the logistics with Krista. Okay.
Yeah, even at like 7:30 or 8:30, like 1 hour later would be.
Maybe if we're having that time, then maybe we'll do you toward the end.
The end, not towards the end. The end.
The last you wake up and you peel off your face mask. All right, I'm almost ready.
Wait, I haven't put on my essence yet.
I need the essence of queenliness right now.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and practice. We just lost Nana somewhere, so she must be on something. So self-introduction, your platform, and then go straight into a question. That's what's going to be like on the 22nd anyways, okay?
Okay.
Let's do that.
Will you say, Diamond, please pick a number for your question or whatever?
Yes, I'll do that too. And I will actually have 25 questions lined up right here.
Beautiful.
Yep, okay. All right. And I might as well time you guys too, so you guys get the feel for that. Okay, remember 15 seconds for your self-intro, and then we go straight into your, you guys are gonna go straight into your intro straight into your platform for your intro. So I'm not even gonna stop the time. I'm just gonna be looking at about a minute total, okay? 15 seconds, 45 seconds. Yeah, that's a minute total. Okay? So as long as you don't go over a minute, you'll be fine. That's why we just combine the whole thing together. Okay? I think that's pretty much everything. Any questions? All right, let's go.
All the questions.
All right, Megan, we'll start with you.
Okay.
All right, Megan, introduce yourself and your platform, please.
大家好. Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Lowe, and I'm a 22-year-old research and development engineer in the medical device industry. I'm proud to represent the Chinese American community of El Cerrito in the Bay Area. My passion is empowering women to go into engineering. The STEM field has always been dominated by men, and there still exists a large gap in engineering. While studying to be a mechanical engineer at UC Davis, I often noticed that I was only one of 6 to 8 females in a class of 50 to 60 students. To improve the field representation and bring upon new perspectives to the industry, I want to be a role model and inspire other females to go into engineering by sharing my experiences. I also wish to invite other females in the industry to share theirs. Together, I hope we can impact the future of women in engineering and to further inspire young women to go against the gender norm. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Please pick a number between 1 and 25.
I'll pick number 20.
Number 20. Your question is, Megan, what is your favorite movie of all time and why?
My favorite movie of all time is the Disney movie Tangled. I think it's really well produced, and as well as a whole message of just trying new things and going out to the unknown to explore new possibilities. And the songs in it are amazing, and I highly recommend it to other people in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Megan. Okay, feedback from Diamond.
Yeah, so I think because this is the first time we're doing the full practice round, I noticed that as soon as you finished your platform, you did the old, you know, but I think that's because this is the first time around. So just remember that during this entire time with the judges, we are being watched and judged and critiqued and like that. The other thing is, because you had a few extra seconds in your question when you said, I would recommend this to other people, I would say something like, I would recommend this to other people because the message in it, whatever you feel connected with in it.
Thanks. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to put my timer to my laptop, like right after I finish my platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep because right now I can't promise you that we're gonna have this, but I'll ask Crystal, can we have that? If you guys think, is it distracting or is it helpful?
It's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll tell Crystal. Okay, let's see if we can have that implemented in there. But otherwise, still get used to having your own thing just in case. Okay, I thought it was great. But yeah, this is your first time, so get used to this whole rhythm, right? And like Diamond said, you're on camera the entire time, so always be on your queenly royal posture. Yes.
Remember, this is going to get broadcasted too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So everyone is going to be able to see you go like.
Yeah, exactly. That the footage we're capturing is going to be broadcasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So none of this or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you ready, Diamond?
Yes.
Okay. Diamond, your intro and platform, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Ripka. I am a world traveler, dog mama, and skincare enthusiast, and I am proud to be representing the Japanese community of Australia. My passion is in skincare. During the summer months, how often do you apply SPF? Is it every day? And during winter, is it still every day? Our skin deserves care and attention, and it's oftentimes overlooked, which is funny as it's the largest organ on our body. I work with social media to spread the importance of quality skincare practices, and I want to share with the community that healthy skin is more than just the benefit of a single product. It's the core foundation to a healthy lifestyle.
Excellent. So, Diamond, thank you for your platform. Please pick a number between 1 and 25 besides number 20.
Yes, I would love to pick lucky number 8.
Lucky number 8. Okay. Your question is, what would you consider to be your dream job and why?
Ooh, this is an easy question. I would love to run my own skincare company. Like I said before, I want to share with the community how important skin health is and how a healthy skin can lead to a healthy lifestyle. So my dream job would be to launch a company that targets, that works to educate our customers to help them understand how important skin health is. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we'll finish that. Now, Megan, feedback, please.
I loved it. I can't really think of any like critiques, I would say.
No?
Maybe it's just like the hand motion. It was like popping up in the bottom corner like this.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that. That's why it doesn't come up all the way, because it starts to go and then I'm like,
Cool.
Yeah, besides that, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah. I thought it was a good job. Small stumble on the answers, but otherwise, good job. Yeah, I think you guys are getting in really, really good preparation positions right now. Shall we try it again this time? Smoother, no stumbles, no relaxing in the middle of it. Be on camera, on point. If you're gonna show your fingers all the way up, another little. Shark fin.
Next time that happens, I'm just gonna go with it and be like, skincare company is my dream job.
Just keep it up there. The whole time. Just be like.
I'll just work in the pageant wave. My dream job is to run my own skincare company.
Judges are like, wow, she's really ready for it.
He has the wave down.
He has the wave down like persistently.
They're like, okay, you can stop with the wave now.
Yes, we said hello already.
Okay. Like it's a tick. Please don't make me put it down.
Funny. Okay, ready, Megan? Clean all the way through, okay? All right, self-intro and platform, please, Megan.
大家好. Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Lowe, and I'm a 22-year-old research and development engineer in the medical device industry. I'm proud to represent the Chinese American community of El Cerrito in the Bay Area. My passion is empowering women to go into engineering. The STEM field has always been dominated by men, and there still exists a large gap in engineering. While I was studying to be a mechanical engineer at UC Davis, I often noticed that I was only one of 6 to 8 females in a class of 50 to 60 students. To improve upon representation and bring upon new perspectives to the industry, I want to be a role model and inspire others to go into engineering by sharing my experiences. I also wish to invite other females in the industry to share theirs, and together I hope we can positively impact the future of women in engineering and to further inspire young women to go against the gender norm. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Please pick a number between 1 and 25.
I'll go with number 15.
Number 15. Your question is, do you think that our current level of technology is hurting personal relationships? Why or why not?
I don't believe the power of technology is hurting our relationships. I think it's actually doing the opposite, especially during these times of COVID-19 and self-quarantine. I feel like technology has really brought our society together. We are able to message each other and video call and just keep up with all our friends and family. And I think that's a really great thing during these times. So I believe our technology is not hurting us, but instead it's positively shaping us to be better people.
Thank you, Megan. Feedback, Diamond?
More smiles in your answer. More smiles. I don't know. I think I'm like obsessed about this right now because I just watched the 2019 Miss Universe, and like the number one thing I saw is no matter what, they're smiling. No matter what. They're just always like, I think da 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 da, and if they get serious, they get serious, and then as soon as they finish, yeah. So I noticed in your answer that towards the end you got really like.
Yep, keep the energy up and keep that smile. Exactly. And also, if you're going to conclude the answer, make sure you conclude it pretty quickly. Otherwise, they're not sure whether you're finished or not. So, like when you're like, and that is why I think like just bring that in as a smooth connection. Okay. Otherwise, great job. All right, Diamond, you ready?
1 second. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Voice press.
La, 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 la.
Me. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Simon, your self-intro and your platform, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Ripka. I am a world traveler, dog mama, and skincare enthusiast, and I am proud to be representing the Japanese community of Australia. My passion is skincare. During the summer months, how often do you apply SPF? Every day? What about during the winter months? Is it still every day? Our skin deserves care and attention, and oftentimes it gets overlooked, which is funny because it's the largest organ on our body. I work with social media to share with people the importance of quality skincare, and I want to show the community that healthy skin is the core foundation to a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you, Diamond. Please pick a number between 1 and 25.
22, please.
22. Your question is, with everything that you have going on right now, how would you possibly handle having the crown of Miss Asian Global if you were selected?
Oh, well, first off, with ease and grace, of course. But the fun thing about Miss Asian Global is it's not just a crown or title. Miss Asian Global stands for beauty, intelligence, culture, and as someone who respects the beauty community, I believe in educating other people, and I love to share cultures. I think I would be able to handle the title of the crown with ease and grace and spread my message to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Diamond. And that's it. Megan, feedback, please.
I didn't see the time on the answer. What was my time on that answer?
29 seconds.
Okay.
Good job. Megan?
I loved it. Still can't think of any critiques. I guess when I heard the question, I liked the response, but I guess what came to mind initially was like time-wise. like how would you time manage Miss Asian Global with everything else? So I guess in my mind, it seemed like you didn't answer the question, but you did. But I guess that could potentially arise, maybe.
Like you're looking for a different answer. Got it.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna have. I think we're finalizing how many judges we're having right now. I'm finalizing with Vincent and Rose and the entire core staff on finalizing a judge count. But yeah, some might be looking for like how, and you answered in a great way with style and grace, and like how you would. But then some might be like, so, but like with better time management, with like, are you already really good with time management? So again, this is not a wrong answer, but you still had 10 seconds. You could have added some more stuff to cover that base. It's like with style and grace, but also with hardcore, up to minute, and really, really dedicated time management skills on top of that I've mastered.
Okay.
Right. Not just the how, but also the techniques, right? And that's very similar to the question we asked Daisy, which was, how would you build a spice rack for the blind? And she said with project management skills. But I think someone like Megan, who's an engineer, who could easily one of the judges' mindset, be like, well, I was thinking more like, how are you going to build it? Not like, how are you going to build it, but how are you going to build it?
Yeah.
So if you interpret a question in only one way, and that's the only way you're thinking about it in those 40 seconds, then that's all you can do. But if your mind happens to go in two different directions, try to address both of them equally if you have extra time. If you don't have enough time, then pick one and run with it.
I'm trying to practice the mental clock that you were talking about. So when I feel like I'm starting to get too far, I just cut it off, which I actually found I tend to be a little bit under time. So that's definitely something I could work on with my mental clock.
It's better to be under time and still say everything you want to say than overtime and maybe not get everything you want in there. But otherwise, well done. Good job. All right. Should I try another round?
Yeah, we can. Wait, Diamond, are you keeping time for yourself, or are you just looking at Francis's time?
I didn't even look at Francis's time because I want to practice not looking away from the camera.
Do you want me to not show your time and see how you guys are doing mentally?
No, because there's sometimes this. Just for this practice round? Yeah.
Okay, is that cool with you too, Megan? I'm not gonna show you the time, and you don't even. If you want to, you can do this, or if you want to just practice your mental time and see your mental clock and see if we can like multitask that way.
I guess I'm trying to figure out if I should also keep time on my
Okay, let's try this round with no timer. I'll keep time obviously, but you guys won't see it. And don't keep your own time on your watch. Just see whether or not your mental clock can serve you. Just curious, okay?
Let's see that.
All right. So, Megan, your self-intro and your platform, please.
大家好. Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Lowe, and I'm a 22-year-old research and development engineer in the medical device industry. I'm proud to represent the Chinese American community of El Cerrito in the Bay Area. My passion is empowering women to go into engineering. The STEM field has always been dominated by men, and there still exists a large gender gap in engineering. While studying to be a mechanical engineer at UC Davis, I often noticed that I was only one of 6-8 females in a class of 50 to 60 students. To further introduce and improve the female representation and bring upon new perspectives to the industry, I want to be a role model and inspire other young females to go into engineering by sharing my experiences. I also wish to invite other females in the industry to share theirs, and together I hope we can positively impact the future of women in engineering and further inspire other young females to go against the gender norm. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Please pick a number between 1 and 25.
I'll pick number 5.
Number 5. Okay. Please tell us a bit more about your understanding and viewpoints of how coronavirus is affecting the economic impact of our nation today?
I believe the coronavirus has had a really large impact on our economy today. It's caused many small businesses and mostly a lot of businesses to close down and sadly lay off a lot of employees. My company that I work at currently recently laid off 60% of our employees, and that not only had a detrimental impact on our company and the workers, but also their mental health. I can't imagine the struggle that they had to go through and just the thought of having to find a new job during these hard times. So I feel like the impact is very negative, and I hope that together we can really solve this coronavirus issue, and hopefully the economy could get back on its feet.
45 seconds. So 5 seconds over, but not bad for considering it's a mental clock. Any feedback?
I definitely felt myself going a little over.
That's okay. If you find that you do stumble, I think visually, since we are just looking at each other like this, if you do stumble, you should just end up with like a detrimental effect, you know, like, oh, I realized that was a mistake, but look at me, I'm so poised and I can catch myself and carry on past my mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because this section, correct me if I'm wrong, Francis, it's not just our answer, it's called poise and blah, blah, blah. So
exactly.
It's how you carry yourself.
It's not just context, it's also how do you hold yourself under pressure. And
yeah,
really,
so if you make a mistake, just go with it.
Exactly. Like, this is really a test of, I would almost say how you answer, I would almost say the content is either equal or secondary, slightly secondary to how well you keep yourself composed under pressure. Because this is pressure, right? This is like, you get 40 seconds to answer a crazy ass question. And if you answer fantastically, great. If you stumble, can you catch yourself gracefully, right? Okay. Any other feedback? Okay.
Yeah, you did a much better job with your smile too. Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the mental clock is something that you can work out if you want to, or you can just keep your own time. But it's always nice to have backups, right? Okay, Diamond, you ready? I am not showing any time, and this is all on your mental clock, okay? All right. Well, Diamond, please share with us your self-introduction and your platform, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Ripka. I am a world traveler, dog mama, and skincare enthusiast. I am proud to be representing the Japanese community of Australia. My passion is skincare. During the summer months, how often do you apply SPF? Is it every day? And during winter, is it still every day? Our skin deserves care and attention, and oftentimes it gets overlooked, which is humorous because it's the largest organ on our body. I work with social media to share the importance of quality skin practices. And I want to share with the community how important healthy skin is to a healthy is to a healthy lifestyle. Thank you.
Thank you, Diamond. Can you pick a number for us between 1 and 25, please?
Absolutely. I would love number 12.
Number 12. Your question is, have you ever been bullied? And if so, how did you handle that?
The most prominent memory for me is when I was around 12 or 13 and I had braces, but my jaw was misaligned. So I had these big metal bars connecting from the top teeth to my bottom teeth, and I used to get called metallic mouth. At the time, it was the worst thing that could happen to me. But as I grew and as I remembered this situation, I learned that what people thought of me wasn't as important as what I thought of myself. Now, I am so proud of my smile, and I love to share my smile with everyone else, and I love to bring other people up as well. Thank you.
Nice. 38 seconds. Megan, any feedback?
That made me smile. Yeah, I really liked how you presented yourself, even when you stumbled. I felt that was very graceful. And I noticed you looked around during your question, but it felt natural though. So I don't know if that would be okay, or if you should just keep a straight face. I don't know, thoughts on that, I guess.
Yeah, I thought it was minor enough that it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, if you keep eye contact, great. If you look around a little bit, that's still okay too, because it's natural enough.
So I shouldn't be like this the whole time?
They should see more than your pupils. Yes, that's true. They're like, I see a pupil and some lashes.
And this weird forehead vein that I'm getting right now. Do you see that?
No,
Right along my pimple.
but
Look from far away. Can you see it?
No, I can't. Can you see it, Megan?
It's like very, very slight. Like I didn't notice until you pointed it out.
I can't see on either monitor.
But oh my God, now I can't not see it.
Now I can see it. Only now that you've like literally drawn a circle around it. Yes, I see it. Looks good. I like it.
It's my brain power.
Yes, that is like perfect evidence that more blood is being pumped into the organ that's needing it right now the most. Excellent. Overall, I thought it was great. Even great recovery from your stumble on your platform. Wonderful, because that will happen sometimes. And the best thing to do is recover gracefully, which is what you did. So overall, really good job. We have about 9 minutes. What else are you going to work on? Another round of this?
I like this. I like this. This is definitely easing me a little bit on the questions.
Good. Then let's try this again. Now, give me, do you want the timer or not timer this time? Do you want a mental clock exercise? Do you want?
For me, I don't want the timer.
Okay. Is that cool with you too, Megan?
Yeah, could we do what we just did?
Okay. All right then. Mental clock exercise. All right. And I'm assuming you guys are not keeping time yourself either, right? Okay. So, Megan, you're first. Please share with us your self-introduction and your platform.
大家好. Hello everyone, my name is Megan Lowe and I'm a 22-year-old research and development engineer in the medical device industry. I'm proud to represent the Chinese American community of El Cerrito in the Bay Area. My passion is empowering women to go into engineering. The STEM field has always been dominated by men and there still exists a large gender gap in engineering. While studying to be a mechanical engineer at UC Davis, I often noticed that I was only one of 6 to 8 females in my classes of 50 to 60 students. To increase the female representation and bring upon new perspectives to the industry, I wish to be a role model and inspire other females to go into engineering by sharing my experiences. I also wish to invite other young females in the industry to share theirs, and together I hope we can positively impact the future of women in engineering and also inspire other females to go against the gender norm. Thank you.
Thank you. Megan, please pick a number between 1 and 25.
I'll pick number 11.
Number 11. Your question is, why do you think that some people in our society have a negative image of pageantry?
I think it's really easy to think pageantry in a negative light because of the stigma that you see in social media and movies. And usually they portray pageants to be all about beauty and not so much what today's pageants are kind of like, which represent not only inner beauty, but also outer beauty. And we definitely see this now, how the pageants not only look very beautiful on the outside, but they're able to compose themselves well, and they're talented and they're super smart. So I believe the negative impact and stigma of pageantry is because of social media. But I think today we can, but today's image is very positive. Thanks. I was like, why did I keep talking?
57 seconds. So Diamond, I'm gonna let you have the floor here on feedback.
All right, so I'm going to echo what Francis always says. If you get a thought in your head, run with it. So I felt like you had an idea in the beginning, and then you were really trying to support it or draw on a message or da 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 da, you know? And I think what you could have done is just start with it's negatively impacted from social media and what we see on the movies. We see, list why it's negative, and then you could finish with instead today's pageant is about expressing inner and outer beauty, and then you can even end with that instead of repeating the beginning, because I think you were really focused on repeating your answer that it sort of caused you to
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, we were hung on today for almost 10 seconds. That was a whole point right there that was deducted.
I might also add that if you're gonna end up going over time like that, you sort of finished with like, I know today it's this. If you're gonna lose the point, freaking wow the judges with your loss of point. And today it is not about that.
Yeah, see if we can recover some of those points at that point.
At least they'll remember you. They'll be like, oh, she's the today girl.
That's right. She was the long ass today girl.
I guess I realized I made a mistake by saying but, and I didn't know how to finish without having to say more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe you can say something like, but no buts. Something like that. You know, if you catch yourself and you really want to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. You can say, but that's all I have to say. Just inversely.
Okay.
Awesome. So good job. That your take-home message is: this is not a debate. You don't need to like constantly add evidences. Take one thing, pick one reason, and then thank them for their time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You were doing well right up until you wanted to add more evidence.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
What did you think? Any feedback about her platform at Diamond? Zebri?
You stumbled a little bit, but that, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't.
Zebri. Yeah. Okay, Diamond, you're up. All right, are you ready for your mental clock exercise? All right, here you go. Diamond, please share with us your self-introduction and your platform.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Ripka. I am a world traveler, dog mama, and skincare enthusiast, and I am proud to be representing the Japanese community of Australia. My passion is skincare. During the summer months, how often do you apply SPF? Is it every day? And during winter, is it still every day? Our skin deserves care and attention, and it's oftentimes overlooked, which is funny because it's the largest organ on our body. I work with social media to share the importance of quality skincare practices, and I want to show the community that healthy skin is more than just the benefits of a product. It's the core foundation to a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you, Diamond. Would you please pick a number between 1 and 25?
Let's go, number 1.
Number 1. Okay. Diamond, your question is, please tell us and share with us what makes you different from all the other delegates competing today and why you would be a great candidate for the title of Miss Asian Global.
Well, as you'll find out, all of us pageant contestants have special and unique qualities about us. For me, I love to challenge others. And what I mean by that is I like to ask the question, why? Or how come? And I think it is so important to challenge our opinions and our beliefs so that we can grow and continue to inspire others by challenging them and having them learn to ask themselves, why? Or how come? And I think this quality will allow me to win Miss Asian Global, and then I will continue to spread this message to all the other young women out there.
Fantastic. 36 seconds. Feedback from Diamond? I'm sorry, about Diamond?
it was great. Like I can't think of anything for you to work on, I guess. Maybe just like timing, since you're kind of cutting close, but you're still under time, so it's great.
Yeah. Otherwise, I thought it was great. Good job. You're getting really, really comfortable with your platform now. I can see it being more and more natural.
Oh my God, you have no idea how much I talk about my skincare platform every single day.
Good. No, I can see it. I can see you basically have mastered, and now you get to the point where you're comfortable enough to bring in your hand gestures, your smiles. You're like, once you get to that level, then you've pretty much mastered it, because then you can add into it and edit it on the fly as you need to. But I can definitely tell that you're very comfortable with it now. And your mental clock is working very well, so you've been keeping within time each time.
Okay.
It is now 7 o'clock. You guys good?
Are you gonna eat something?
I am going to get breakfast now. Yes.
Wonderful. That's better than most days, right? Don't you just not eat something?
Yeah, because there's going to be food in the system at this time. Yes, before sundown. Yeah, so that's a good thing.
What time is lunch and dinner?
For me or for Diamond?
For you.
On my time,
if it's 7 p.m.
Huh?
If it's 7 p.m. for breakfast, then it must be 3 a.m. for lunch, and then he gets a nap in, and then it's 7 p.m. for breakfast the next day.
So even no dinner.
They're all blur together, the meals. Essentially, the time I usually eat is when people are asleep, because that's the time I actually have some time to myself. Finally.
Not really. How often have I been like, so are you awake right now, Francis?
So I either respond to her, or I have my Facebook bot respond to her. Did you like my Facebook bot?
I love Body. That's what I call your Facebook bot, Body.
I'm going to turn off this recording. They don't need to see all of this now.